Wilde West. Interior Reading Gaol wheelhouse dark. Kieran. In 1896, Oscar Wilde was convicted of indecency and sentenced to 2 years of hard labor at Reading Gaol, England's notoriously violent prison. Several prisoners turn a heavy wheel which grinds grain into flour, each at a spoke, pushing with all their might. They have been pushing for 12 hours already. Oscar Wilde is among them, dirty and gaunt, strong from hard labor but emaciated from malnutrition, dressed in tattered prison garb, his hair cut carelessly short. Oscar is a far cry from the stylishly coiffed premier aesthete we see in photographs today. Another prisoner snaps at Oscar.
Bloody puff! Put your back into it!
A nearby guard hears this and begins whipping the man who spoke until he falls to the ground. The prisoner holds up his hands, trying to ward off the vicious blows.
What's the number 1 rule at Reading Jail?
No talking.
The guard strikes him, cutting him off.
That's right, no talking. So keep your bloody gob shut. That goes for all you lot.
The prisoner stumbles to his feet and returns to the wheel.
Back to work.
Guard cracks the whip again, and they begin to push the huge wheel again. Exterior exercise yard afternoon. Oscar sits near another man on the ground, leaning against the high wall surrounding the prison. They have all become good at speaking in very low voices without moving their mouths.
I'm sorry for you, mate. A man like you ought not to be in a place like this. You ain't no more like us than a canary's like a blue jay.
Thank you, my friend. Truly. But we all suffer alike.
The prisoner who had previously insulted Oscar walks up.
You are an abomination.
He spits a huge one in Oscar's face. Then he attacks, throwing a wild, vicious punch at Oscar. Oscar scrambles to his feet and fights back. A crowd gathers. After ducking a wild punch, he throws a jab, then lands a well-placed right hook that knocks prisoner 1 out cold.
Is it not enough that the guards beat us constantly?
Oscar feels a hand on his shoulder. He spins around and throws a punch before realizing. It is the guard from before. He's joined by 2 more guards. They hit at Oscar with their truncheons, dazing him, then snatch hold of him and drag him off. Interior Oscar's cell, day. A dirty cot, filthy toilet, dark. The only light provided by one small, narrow window. Oscar's face shows the signs of his beating. He sits at a small desk writing. Then, a voice from outside the cell door.
Mail!
A small door slides open and a letter is pushed through. Oscar goes over to get the letter. He looks at it. No return address. He opens the letter, then sits down in the small shaft of his sunlight to read it. A man's voiceover as Oscar reads.
Dearest Oscar, I read of your travails in a Cheyenne newspaper. I will address this letter to Reading Jail in the hope that it will find its way to you. I have news, my friend, and I'm afraid it's not of the good variety.
The man's voice goes out as Oscar continues reading, and as he reads, tears fill his eyes, start streaking down his filthy face. He finishes reading the letter, overcome with emotion. He starts singing softly to himself.
Oh, Susanna, don't you cry for me, 'cause I come from Alabama with a banjo on my knee.
As he sings, move closer to Oscar, all the way in 2. Close up, Oscar's eye, golden with sunlight from this image. Match cut. A huge setting sun, painting sheer red cliffs a fiery gold. Exterior red cliffs sunset. 2 riders galloping through a shallow stream at the base of the cliffs. They are shirtless. Horses' hooves splash up water, fragmented by the sun's rays.